Good morning, my name is Derykah Brown. I'm a junior at Trinity Christian Academy, and today I'll be reciting Pilate's Wife by Marianne Fairman. Pilate says I should be happy here in the Herodian palace, but I like our palace down at Caesarea Philippi by the sea a lot better. But he insists that I come with him every year for the festival, so we came about a week ago to Jerusalem. What festival? Oh, I'm sorry. The Passover. It's a Jewish feast time. I guess I should be happy here. I mean, it is beautiful, you know. All the walls of white marble, the floors paved with mosaic. Everywhere I turn, I see beautiful fountains and gardens. And I hear the cooing of white doves. And if I want tea, I can drink it from a silver cup. But I don't like it here. This place is haunted by the blood-stained ghost of Herod's court. When I say that, Pilate just laughs at me. He thinks I'm crazy, but I can feel them all around me. From up here on my balcony, I can see all the open spaces of Jerusalem. And all week there have been people, a stream of Jews flowing into their holy city. Pilate's afraid of them. Well, maybe not afraid, but when you get that many Jews together, he says, trouble starts. When we rode into Jerusalem last week, he sighed and said to me, I wonder what new trouble will break out this year. You see, Pilate didn't get started off too well with the Jews. When Caesar appointed him procurator, he didn't know much anything about Jews. And frankly, he didn't care either. He wouldn't take the Roman eagles off of the flag standards, and the Jews hated them, even called them idols. And when the city needed water, Pilate built an aqueduct, and that was all right. But to pay for it, he took money from the temple treasury, and that was definitely not all right. Well, when I woke up last night, Pilate's bed was empty. So I called my servant, and she said he had gone to the judgment hall. Now, that's the part of the tower built by Herod the Great, and I knew he wouldn't have gone in the middle of the night if there hadn't been trouble. We knew it was coming. The captain of the 12th Legion was here last week before we got unpacked. And he was here again last night. And last week, he told Pilate the town was seething. And last night, he reported a plot to arrest Jesus at Passover time. And when the captain told Pilate the Sanhedrin was behind the plot, Pilate turned white. And I rarely see him that way. And when they discovered Pilate reported directly to Caesar and not to the Roman Senate, they threatened to tell Caesar. They didn't. Not last year. But this time they will. Blackmail. That's what it is. Well, when I finally fell back to sleep, I had this terrible dream. Do you believe in dreams? Well, night for me is a time of enchantment, a time of mystery. It's a time of fever in my mind. It's also a time where I think a person can be reached by God. Another Roman woman during the March of Ides had a dream. Julius Caesar's wife, Calpurnia. But in her dream, she saw her husband before her, and he was covered in knife wounds and streaming with blood. And Calpurnia begged her husband not to go before the Roman Senate. But he went, and he was assassinated. Oh, I believe in dreams, all right. But in my dream, I saw the face of Jesus. How did I know it was his face? Oh, I know him. I saw him on the Via Dolorosa one day last week. The crowds pressing all around him. They were waving their palm branches and singing, Hosanna, Hosanna. And right below this balcony, I saw him take a blind man by the hand, draw him onto his feet, and then send him on his way. And the man could see. And I saw the face of that man, Jesus, in the eyes of every blind man. I I've been lying awake a lot since then. And I must admit that got to me. I felt like going down and following him too. But I didn't. Why not? Look at my clothes. Clothes are by no means flimsy when it comes to erecting the barriers between man and man. Besides that, I am no Jew. I am a Roman woman, and of course, I am Pilate's wife. It would never do. Still, sometimes. But that dream, something in that dream was threatening. Behind the face of Jesus, I could see my husband's face, all blurred and twisted. And when I got up, my pillow was wet with tears, and my body was damp with sweat. I got up at once and wrote a note to Pilate, pleading with him to have nothing to do with that man Jesus. I told him about my dream. Then I called a Roman soldier and sent the letter to Pilate. There's nothing to do but wait. I came out here to my balcony. I ordered a brazier of coals, and I have been standing out here in this ghastly darkness ever since, trying to get warm. Even my tears are ice. But I'm afraid it's too late. I heard the hobnail sandals of Roman troops clattering down the rocks, and I saw lanterns bobbing at the end of poles. We are lost, Pilate and I. Somehow we have lost our lives. But I will put scarlet upon my lips, for if I am pale, the Jews may think that I, the Roman Claudia, am pale with fear. We had better go from this place straight into hiding while we have the time. Oh, I am so cold, and somehow I know I shall never be warm again.